I'll go. Caveat here. Uh, I'm not sure we should actually release the thing I'm about to show you. Um, so let's say I created a dashboard and I wanted to write some SQL. And so I get this nice warning, but let's say I ignore the warning, or I just don't really care. I want to show the SQL to a viewer or restricted querier anyway. Well, I created a little checkbox in the org level settings that basically universally for the entire org, for all content or all dashboards really on that org, would allow viewers and restricted queriers to run these queries that were currently preventing them from running. So with that off, if I go over to my viewer, I get this error. With that on, hey, look, the error goes away.
So this is universal poke through.
This is universal poke through. That's exactly what this is.
Why did you have to check the support user box, or did you not have to and just do it by habit?
I did it because I had accidentally unchecked it before. Completely unrelated, but very eagle-eyed of you to see that, Eli. Like I actually don't think this toggle should exist on the org level for very long, but we could consider doing it as a temporary release valve for the feedback we're seeing. Luke, I wanted to chat with you a little bit about. I actually think this is a great folder level setting for the content system. And so really the only way I would be comfortable releasing this as it is today is if we had a sort of clear path to migrating it to being a folder level setting. Or Luke, maybe you're close enough with the folders that we could just wait until that happens and do it then. So we can chat about that now or later, but that's kind of my mentality here is like, could we sort of scratch the itch for some people who are running into this sooner rather than later?
I mean, it definitely maps cleanly to the folder plan. Like folders will definitely allow you to do that if we decide to let people, if we turn the data structure allows for that. Whether or not we let people click the button or not is a different question. But yeah, and as far as
to a root folder, the root folder, I should say.
There are a lot of mode shops I think that want just this, which is like I don't really care about SQL as a permission, but I don't want people in the database because I don't think they can write SQL. And so I actually do think people would use this. It's sort of like, I think of this as a Google Drive style default that is like, by default, all my docs are public. And maybe that person can't create a doc, but they can go access docs that exist. So I think I think this could be reasonable. That might not be the place for it or whatever, but I actually think this is a reasonable toggle to have in the system. Like we would use this internally. As a simple example
on like the folder level, I absolutely think it belongs as a content like organization setting.
Yeah, I think with the right level of like caution indicating the UI, I think we could do it. Just be like, be careful.
I could see some admins getting unsettled that other developers could do this, so it'd have to be like a really restricted role type that could untoggle this, because
it is.
Like if you, as you go through like a security review, they go crazy if they saw that.
Yeah,
only in my front end. Yeah.
All right, I'll follow up with the powers that be to talk about the path forward here.